Welcome back to the Inn at the End, friends. Our troopers are already at their table, getting underway. Why don't you go join them? I'll bring you a drink.
And we're back.
Let's make it official. We're back. In at the end.
Oh, you do your can. I'm going to wait till you bring us in officially.
Welcome to the Inn at the end.
Oh, I didn't open mine. I didn't know.
No. You're good. You're good. We've got a second round.
No, I think he was just doing that. He was just starting it.
No.
Wait, what am I supposed to be doing?
Exactly what you're doing now.
Fantastic. Let's get started. Ex Novo. Recap last time? Hell yeah.
That's what I was saying to you, Caleb. I think he's just starting.
I'm just starting.
Yeah.
This isn't.
You always know this.
No, we're not doing that again. No.
Plateau.
Yes.
Giant mountains. Maybe an arid area, maybe not. There's winds. There's a swamp of mushrooms.
Yeah.
This started out as a airship outpost. Mr. Finnegan put a company together to start it out. We've got this cool zone. Let me go through what we did. It was a business venture. Who was it? Finnegan Stern. But bear with me, my handwriting is rough. Our 5 keywords, if we need to remember: prism,
Oh, that's
descent,
right.
retching, opulence, and arcane. We put our first district down, and that's where that large airship is. I believe that's what that's part of.
What is it?
That large airship, the big first airship that came in with supplies, is kind of like the oldest part of town.
I kind of envisioned it since you've been playing Morrowind, like the giant crab. At
For sure.
You know, I'm like, this is the giant crab at Alderaan.
Yeah, and so it's now fitted with shops and what little government rests there. That's true too. Should we talk about government stuff? It's like this.
There's a lot of nitty gritty stuff.
Yeah.
that people could probably pick up in the last episodes, but
Just
One of the
just
things
trying to
that I-
remind ourselves here. The 3 big factions: the trading union, which is the main group. That's the people that live here. Those are the locals. There's the freelancers, who are mostly people who do the air shipping. They, are more nomadic, but some of them call, this place home. And then there's the merchant guilds, and so this is all this is the outside influences of the world that are trying to change things here. Those are our 3 main factions right now. I believe they are all equally powerful at the moment. We then had 5 rolls, and then we're going to do another 20. That'll be the rest of the day.
Hell yeah.
We put in some districts. We've got a lake overlook district. We've got the old school district.
Do we remember which one was
That's
which?
in the middle.
I feel like we should label these so we can keep them straight.
Well, didn't
because
we take a picture of it?
we did.
we
And I'll need
did,
to
but
know
we
where to
also
put
have
the
it right in
counters
front
and
of us.
stuff.
Yeah,
And
with
I'm
Did we name all the districts though?
No.
they have some
I don't think
names.
so.
Scrawny district.
That wasn't scrawny.
I think that's just that long green one. It's
See,
kind of scrawny.
Can we label them?
These are
Because-
his own.
These are my notes, yeah. But if you want to put names on there, we got pens and stuff right
I feel
there.
like we ought to keep them straight because we're building off of this, right?
Yeah.
Well, but also too, we might see how the
Evolve and
district keeps
change.
shaping and evolving
Because
different things.
if another district moves in next to it, it's going to have an impact on what the
Well-
district is.
I know the district that I drew, that brown one.
yeah.
I know that's
That thick brown
Tavern
one.
Bar Row
Yeah.
is,
yeah.
I think, that one.
Yeah. So we didn't come up with a name.
Right.
We kind of made the district and then said what is probably there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and
Would you give it
remember
if
the
we give it
gate?
a really generic name
And the stairway.
I
not
just-
something that's this is going to describe what this is. at
Right.
the
We didn't
end,
give
but,
the official names. We just kind of gave the general the vibe of the district.
And I think let's hold off on dedicating any ink to him now.
I do have a name for my
No,
volcano.
now.
What's the name?
Trask. Mountain.
Trask.
Trask.
Trask Mountain.
Who
And the
is
Trask
that?
Mountain ranges.
Trask. He makes like sentinels, right?
I got it from a river on the coast, and there's
Oh,
like a
heck yeah.
small town too.
Heck yeah, heck
Right,
yeah.
right, yeah. I was gonna say it sounds very.
Oh, so like Pudding Mountains. Or
Each
D-
district has
D-
one population on it.
What?
If we want to put that on there.
Yeah. So it's like we were doing the dice, right?
Dice, I
So
think, yeah.
Dice is is one.
We should have 5 total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. There were some different things. There's the sewer guild. There's underground systems that are in place because of that. There was a religious boom. People going to the forest doing mushrooms and finding gods.
Right, right.
I
I remember our cemetery.
what about the
the
gate?
pit? The pit. That's right.
Oh, the pit.
Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah, remember that's where we would throw bodies.
Yeah. The
Yo.
Remember? That's where we throw bodies.
Ooh, that's where we throw bodies.
Oh wait. The
I just
pit.
remember. I
the
just.
pit.
I
That's
just.
that
pit's
on the far side.
Yeah.
What's that donut
That's
hole
to
in
the
the middle?
Underdark.
Donut hole in the middle.
The blue one.
That's the sewer guild.
Oh, right
Or-
there at the confluence of all those districts.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Seems like it's right
And then
for
the
some lore.
stairways that are all broken down because of the 13-day war.
The 13-day war.
That's right, because they tried to take over the city. Those outside influences tried to take over the city.
And then
the
Tifa was
people
like,
were
"Fuck no,"
No.
because
Not on our watch.
right,
Yeah.
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 right,
The black bloc went down there.
right.
And I think that's kind of all the stuff. That was the 5 things we did.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah. But then was
I'm
there
missing
a park
something.
at the gateway? There was like a park with like statues or something.
Well, and
Yeah,
remember
we had
there
a
was
circle of statues facing outward.
there was that floating
top of the
thing
stairway.
that crashed.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's right. Because that's the merchants, the freelancers, and the union all have a landmark here. The freelancers'
Right, their
landmark is
thing
that
fell.
floating
Yeah.
thing that crashed and got destroyed.
And that's why that little striped part is a chunk of the district that was taken out with
Now,
it.
did that didn't like crash land on the rock, did it?
On
That's
the plateau.
ground now, or is it on the plateau?
That's what I thought. Like it crashed into the plateau and is now kind of like held
along
there.
the face.
Who
Yeah.
crashed it?
I like it.
Was it
I-
lower?
Don't know.
Yeah, it crashed into the plateau and took out that little chunk, and a big part of it fell off and down.
Okay.
But yeah,
Sloughed
So, like,
off.
let's say you wanted to go to the heart of the floating district or whatever. Where is that now?
I would say it's like lodged into the side.
Okay, like halfway up, like
No, like at the top.
at the top.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
Cool.
You can access it, but you got to like do some ladder action.
Yeah.
The freelancers hold their secret meetings there, like every other month or something.
Yeah. Super secret. They hand
Yeah.
out brochures every other
Yeah.
weekend.
And everybody knows it's every other month, but
Yeah.
it's secret.
Yeah.
No, there's no brochures. It's all word of mouth.
It's word of mouth. There's no paper.
There's a QR code.
They don't have brochures. They got people standing on soapboxes like, "Come to our meeting. Come to our meeting on the second Saturday of every month."
Nobody knows what QR codes yet.
Yeah,
You
they
know,
don't have
like-
those.
like,
Yeah,
but-
yeah. 'Cause
Well,
that's
I'm sure
another-
there's magical like clips that you can touch and
Yeah.
it'll like put it into your.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It's like
we're
the-
going.
the-
We're gonna have some
proxy
magic
cards
like
and whatnot.
inventions and infrastructure that deal with a lot of these problems.
That's-
So we did
like we were talking about like
The Matrix.
anarchy law and stuff like that. It's like, well, this does exist in a world where a zone of truth exists.
True.
So it's like there's
Oh,
other
yeah.
things that can happen.
Oh,
Like I like the idea of like
awesome.
when people
Zone.
come together, right? Like if there's it's all this like big meeting place stuff we were talking about. Like if you have grievances, you go out to the forum and you spend
Right.
those grievances.
You air
And there's a
them.
wizard
Yeah.
there, or there's somebody who's setting up a zone of truth if people really want to beef. They're like, you've been lying about this, that, and the other thing. It's like, we'll get in the circle.
Oh, dude.
We'll talk about it if the two of us get in the circle.
And I love the idea
I
that
wanna
there's
live
just
here.
there's like these zones of truth just like everywhere, and they're like, no, go down to the 24/7 zone run by Bill.
Yeah. And that's the other thing, too. It's like,
Mart.
what if the wizard,
It's like
you
the
are
Quickie
paying the
Mart
wizard
of
off?
every neighborhood.
Right.
Yeah.
There
So
is
there's just, if there's problems, that just means there's fun solutions. If things don't make sense, we're going to make them make sense.
Oh my god.
I like what that You said if there's problems, it just means there's fun solutions.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
a
Can
fun
we live
quote.
here?
That's a
Can
great
we
quote.
make this a
Yeah,
reality?
that's kind of the
We're about
the
to, Caleb.
whole idea of Haven in general.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
like I'm gonna
Let's
throw stuff
go.
in there. I'm gonna buy this new book that Wizards of the Coast put out, and now it's like, okay, where's that gonna go in this world?
Yeah, yeah.
And it's like I'll find a way. It's gonna get shoved in there
Dude,
somewhere.
I love it. So are we going like back around the?
Yeah, because it
Or-
ended with me, right?
No, it ended with me. I was the last one.
Okay, so it's Dash.
Caleb.
No.
We're not. Like we're doing it from last time.
Caleb, don't fuck this up like you always do.
we do introductions again.
By the way,
So, yeah,
I don't
but
know what
Dash
it is
would be
about
up
you.
first.
Like if you trimmed your beard or you got a haircut, but you look great.
You looking good, man.
Thank you. I
looking
got a
fresh.
haircut and I got my
Okay.
beard
I
shaved
think
up.
that's
Yeah,
all
yeah.
it is.
Fresh,
Yeah.
dude.
Thank
And he's
you.
almost buying my shirt.
Caleb finally doesn't look homeless.
I know. Jeez.
No, we said we're not doing that anymore, Dash.
It's Dash.
Oh, that's right. The only
We're
other
screwing
thing
a lot of
I
people
have
up.
5 resources that are.
Yeah.
I think each of the factions has one, but I don't
do we
know.
have the cards for those.
I have them here,
Those are all blank
Okay.
3x5s, dude.
but I'm trying to remember if there was a resource, and I'm not seeing it in my notes.
Well, there's the thing in the forest, and there's some kind of object that kind of looks like an onion.
Money or no? It's like
Yeah,
a
what
money
is
Oh, the
bag.
money bag.
It's a money bag.
Oh, that's the
Money
Merchant
bag.
Guild.
Yeah, it's Merchant
landmark.
Guild. I
Yes.
put that there.
Yeah. No, so yeah, they won't have any resources associated
Yeah, if
with
it's
them. I
not
think it's just going to be
ink, it doesn't
3,
count.
and I'll
Didn't the
take.
trade route give one? That was like.
Oh, sure. Yes,
we
the
have
trade.
the picture, right?
I feel like it
The-
gave 2.
But the other 2 will
It
be
was
the
like,
trade
we
route.
have a picture. Fucking pull the picture.
It serves some purpose.
Yes, fuck off, please.
Oh, that's right. We had corks. Corks.
Yeah, corks with
Forks
power.
were resources.
Sorry, I know me as Caleb can get real naggy.
Fucking Caleb.
It's that's the funny part about the joke. Like,
You
listening
know, I
back when
heard
was
Kelly
editing,
wants a divorce.
was that you guys were. See, it doesn't make any sense for you to say that because it's you. It's your life.
What?
But it's
Me,
Dash saying it.
What?
When did we play last?
3 weeks ago?
Weeks ago.
I think we missed 2 sessions.
Oh wow, it was 3
Oh,
weeks ago.
and one cork on the money bag.
One on the money bag. Okay.
So actually,
That
then-
sounds
so-
I think
literally
we put
like
the,
a
the 2
code.
corks in the picture were. Oh! We had 2 corks here. We had 2 corks on.
Can you
The
say
arrow.
specifically so the podcast knows what you're
so
saying?
sorry, guys.
2 corks.
2
where?
corks were on the airship,
Which is
the-
the Union.
the Union. We have 2 corks on the trade route, on the arrow that goes through,
Mm-hmm.
and then we had 1 cork on the money bag.
Money bags.
Okay.
Where'd that go?
Because yeah, the freelancers wouldn't have one.
You only had like 4 out.
Did I really?
We need 25.
Quick, drink some more wine.
But I had written down that we had 5, so I think that
Oh,
should
yeah,
be
yeah,
it.
Oh, never mind. You've drank plenty.
I've never thrown a cork away. Isn't that weird?
No, it's not weird.
Yeah.
It's pretty weird.
I don't know why I'm like this.
You're gonna make
Suddenly got
some,
so self-conscious.
you know,
why I'm
Instagram
like this.
worthy art project to hang on the wall.
yeah.
Yeah. You got to save those corks.
Exactly. He gets it.
Save those corks.
So
man.
yeah, I think that should be
Save the
set.
Corks.
Dash, you're up.
Roll some dice.
All right.
All right, I guess I'll roll.
So
No.
we're doing districts still, right? Districts and rolling.
Oh, I forgot.
So it's rolling, and then we do the thing, and then if you want to add a district at the end, you can add a district at the end.
I roll 3d6.
3d6, and the order matters.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's a D666.
Yeah.
They call it.
I don't need that many.
666.
Yeah, I know. 261.
261.
I thought we were just using 2.
A peaceful neighbor.
You know,
Oh.
It is nice to have new settlements nearby, trade partners, military allies, or just a friendly rivalry in sports. Who are they? What sets them apart? Add an external faction or a resource.
External.
Okay.
Sounds
Nice
exciting. I love the idea of a sports rivalry in our city for some fucking reason. I don't know why. That just excited the fuck.
I mean,
out of me.
the city vibe that a sports team or,
Yeah.
or sports of any
there's
kind.
got to be a
have.
group of hooligans somewhere in this crowd. Like,
So there's it's external to the city though.
Mhm.
Okay.
And I mean, with the map that we have here, if you put it kind of on the edges, and we just assume it's some
far
away,
off.
but also if you want it to be pretty far away, it's a airship outpost as well. So
Yeah.
you go as near or far as you'd like.
far-fetched.
Just
Yeah.
associate.
Yeah, I would say there's I would say we have there's a collection of there's like a mining town over near the mountains,
Ooh, I like it.
and they mine the mountains, and we're pretty friendly with them because they come into town and they trade, and
I feel like an anarchistic city would be pro working people,
For sure, yeah.
like mining.
go yeah
Oh, yeah.
we
That
would like
makes-
them.
But
What's
we,
this
we need,
faction
we need
called?
someone to get
Is
the
it a
dog skills
faction
from.
or is it a resource that you want to add?
I mean, if they're mining stuff and they're trading it with us and we're friendly, it's probably a resource,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. So yeah, if you want to
You
put like a
keep saying
mine as a
us.
landmark,
Are
or something,
they not
and we
part
can
of
put
us?
Put a resource
draw
on
mine
it.
here.
They
Grab a
like
pen.
their-
Draw mine.
Their utility or whatever.
Well, it's a mining town,
Yeah. Yeah.
so
It's like separate.
yeah,
Okay,
they have their
okay,
own
okay,
separate
okay.
thing, but they also trade with.
It
'cause,
just
like,
happens
Well,
to
and
be.
we're
You
all,
can't just
here.
hoard
we're all
minerals and
independently, we're a collective place anyway. They can run it however they want.
Right, but I'm just wondering about our relationship.
It's friendly. It's good. They're homies, dude. The Traskers?
I mean, it's up and down. It depends on who you
right.
are.
Traskers?
You didn't say the Traskers.
That's cool.
The Traskers
Now
or
we're
the
sold.
Traskers or the Trascals?
Rascals.
Not Traskels.
rascals.
You can just do the resource,
that's a little
and then we'll
rowdy.
make that. We can add the faction just like independently in our brains.
It's just yeah, like what? How do we want to interact
got a
with the
name.
game?
Pencil
It's like
markers.
Easy.
having a resource
Straight
makes sense.
edges,
Having
if
it
you-
being a town makes sense. Either way.
Traskers.
Mm-hmm.
Traskers.
But yeah, I feel like High Rock or whatever we're gonna call it is pro worker, like
for sure.
That's kind of the impetus of the idea. Is
Yeah.
like it's it's all these we're gonna build this outpost. We're gonna work here. We're gonna be in charge of our own place, and that idea just never got turned over.
What are they?
Yeah.
mining?
Outside
There's still just
forces
new people
never-
coming in.
spreads.
Yeah.
Without. Yeah.
And
do
it's
they
I think
mine
it's
there?
that 13-day war. Everyone just goes back to that. It's like you can't take us over.
Yeah. Forget about it. Oh, so it's
Yeah.
communist.
You can put
Okay.
it on the map. A faction will have its own card, but a resource will be on the
Oh.
map.
I handed
Okay.
you the card for the faction.
Oh, okay.
So I'm
You
a
gotta
really
draw-
bad
you gotta draw
person. But
another-
If you want to draw something here, the pickaxe was really good.
A sickle.
Or
Add
you
a
can draw
sickle if
mine
you want.
into the side of one of those.
Maybe a hammer.
And where do they mine it? Just everything?
That's what I was asking. Is like, what's in there? It's got to be something like it's like
What's unique to volcanoes, Milo?
jade.
I was actually thinking about the volcano, and it was an aura eruption.
Ooh.
Aura.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Cool. Okay.
Are there stones?
a thing that
so
can happen.
so in fantasy world are there
magic
stones?
eruption for sure.
Yeah.
Or is very specific and like current lore has it in one kind of place.
Oh, just one kind of place.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is
Is this the
slowly
place?
coming back.
It is definitely a magical eruption.
Magical eruptions for days.
For sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the material coming
It's a
out.
lot. It's a lot of. It's a lot of geological magic, magma,
yeah.
hot gas.
And
Because a
magic.
magic
It really
eruption
seems
and
like
an
the gods are
elemental
pissed.
eruption are both going to be two different things.
It shoots water out.
Did you want to put a district in?
District.
Or add a population to a district already in
Yeah.
place?
You can put another dice on and make it bigger, stronger, or draw another district, man.
Yeah.
We got
I'll,
lots of space for districts.
I mean, hey, you could districtize these guys. if you
Yeah.
want.
You're the god of this city right now.
oh my gosh. What?
Should I not have said that?
You know, theoretically, in the rules of the game, we're the guardian spirits of this,
Yeah, but
Place.
right now.
fostering its development.
Okay. I'll add a district.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Dash.
fuck-
Putting pen to paper here at the map. He's going to the far tip of the horseshoe rock, outlining a triangular
Hey,
shape.
Dave Attenborough, stop.
No, I like the.
And what little
narration.
name are we going to give
I'm
that
sorry,
district?
Sir.
It's on the cliff's edge. It's near the bar district. It's kind
And
of
it
close to the
neglected
pit.
that little tiny triangle.
What one?
The little tiny triangle. Why
I
didn't
don't think
you
that's
take
part
it?
of it.
Why didn't you
Where
take it?
that?
No, he's talking about this. I don't think that's part of the rock.
The
That's
tip.
part of the going
yeah.
down of the.
Yeah.
That's the face of the rock.
We're
Yeah,
kind of
that's
making the
the
horseshoe.
cliff
Yeah,
face.
that's
Oh,
the
sorry,
lines
guys.
that
Yeah.
you
Sorry.
forced me to draw.
Sorry.
Yeah, those
You're
are
right.
those are perspective lines.
Okay, my bad.
Come on, haven't you ever seen Wile E. Coyote try to
Yeah, that's where he
capture the Roadrunner?
levitates. Yep.
I would say it's somewhat an extension of this, but it's more of like a party district, but it's like different kind of.
It's the bar cliffs. It's
Ooh,
like
bar
There's bar, but now it's the bars, but on the cliffs.
Oh yeah,
Cliffs.
Bark cliffs.
yeah.
I
There you
like,
go.
but everybody just calls it Barcliff.
Yeah, and this is like the weird names like this that then like turn into something else. That's what I'm going for.
Barcliff.
Yeah, just so we know what we're talking about when
Our
we're
symbol is a
moving
dog head.
I'm
forward.
trying to deliver. I'm trying to
Barking.
deliver this package. You know where it goes? Right, that's the Barcliffs, man.
Yeah, that goes to the Bull Cliffs. Yeah, so I think there's also other forms of entertainment in there.
Ooh.
It's so not just
Oh,
like
yeah,
bars,
yeah.
but whatever else you might want to get up to.
Okay.
You got shows and sports and
Ooh.
Little rowdy.
Yeah, like
whatever you want to get
like
up.
yeah,
Underground
like
boxing.
yeah, gambling. Throwing
magical
dice.
duels.
Ooh, no zones of
It's
truth.
a bit of Vegas, bit of Jersey
Oh.
Shore.
Oh, we
like,
had to have the no zone of
Oh
truth
yeah,
area.
yeah.
Oh,
No, dude.
No, we're all taken by our word.
No,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
that
yeah.
that area is where you go to have fun. So yeah, they don't have zones of truth.
I love it.
In
I
that
love
Like
district.
runes on the roads that
It-
make sure
it's
they
where
can't
it's like-
operate.
Oh no.
Yeah, if like you really want to just like cut loose.
What happens at Barcliff
The-
stays
it's-
at Barcliff.
Here we go, yeah.
The red light district, but zones of truth.
but worse.
yeah.
But worse. But worse.
I love it.
And not
But
sanctioned.
There's no taxation.
All right.
So
Caleb.
what do I need to do?
3 dice.
Roll
Roll the
3 dice,
3d6.
and matters what order they're in.
Okay. So here's the first one.
1, 5,
All right, Paige.
3.
A hostage is taken. A faction has somehow managed to get a hold of an important hostage, either from a rival within or outside the city. Who are they? Why are they valuable? A faction gains power.
This would have been perfect for a sports team. I don't.
Yeah.
We kidnapped their dog.
Yeah, I was gonna say like we got their
We
their
got the
mascot.
mascot.
Yeah.
And also, remember, this is a fantasy world. The hostage could be a dragon.
Yeah.
The hostage could be a mermaid. The hostage could just be like the prince of a foreign nation as well.
We have no idea who the hostage is because we don't have that many important people here.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's like, but you can make up like
We have
an
to
important
create the
person. Like this person would be important to whoever, and we can make that person.
Yeah.
Shout out some ideas.
So like, does the town
Well,
have a hostage?
So one of the factions, so either the merchants, the freelancers, or
Oh.
the union are
Or
going
maybe
to
even
take
the
this
mining town
hostage.
or something.
Yeah, the mining town could have like a special rock
yeah,
eating.
yeah. That's what it is. That's what it is. So the working class miners of what was the name of it?
There's no name. It's just a mining town.
The Traskers is what I've got
Traskers,
written
that's what it
down.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the Treskers have obtained a bourgeoisie person.
Do we have
Of
bourgeoisie people in our town?
It might be outside of
merchants
our
guild.
town.
Merchants would. Yeah.
yeah, and so it could be somebody associated with the merchants. One
Yeah.
of their
the
folks.
merchants are like trying to like screw them on price and all this like type of stuff.
They're like, no.
Because they're the only market. You know what I mean?
that
It's
could
like-
be like the merchants dealing on the plateau. Like they can't do what they want to, right? But this other third party, they can try and like maybe like they tried to hostily take over the mine, failed to because somebody got hostaged.
Hostage.
Yeah, because the mining cities took somebody of important
Yeah,
import
yeah.
to the merchant
That's
guild.
what makes the most
Yeah.
sense to me, anyway.
Who is it?
Yeah, who do they take?
I feel like it is once removed, so it's going to be the son or daughter or person like.
Wow, very inclusive. Go on.
or
Very cool, Dash.
in between the son and daughter. I don't know.
Okay. you
Son
gotta
by
take
son
a
by
step
day,
back.
daughter by
I don't
night.
know.
Did I derail?
You kind of derailed yourself there.
Wow, you were doing very
Yeah,
good for a
you
second.
were very cool for a second.
Too woke. Go back. Yeah. So I feel like it's not a direct person, but it is definitely something closely related.
It's a family
to,
member
Yeah.
of somebody of importance to the
Correct.
merchant
High
guild.
level.
Okay.
Correct.
Is there
Yeah.
something like bizarre, like magic we could do where it's
Give
like,
him a name. Sorry.
Don't say anything. I'm gonna think of this on my own.
Can I just spit out some names?
Nope.
No?
I mean, he did say don't say anything.
Can we talk about something else?
Yes. No?
Do you want dead air?
He's so bad at coming up with names.
Dash is having a meltdown. Dude.
Dash. The name is Dash.
Oh no!
Dash is
No,
taken.
don't write me into this.
Wait. Is Dash the kidnapper or the kidnappee?
Kidnappee.
Ooh,
Oh.
just change. Put my name backwards. It's Hassad.
Sod.
Okay, and that makes Caleb the kidnapper then.
Wait,
Yeah.
what?
No, it can be Dash. It's fine. If you can't think of anything else.
I can think of lots of other things.
Yeah, you can. I don't know. I don't think you can.
Tom.
Ooh, but see what I was
Tom?
gonna
Tom's good.
Tom is a great.
Tom Person.
Yeah. Tom P. Son.
say it's actually
Tom P. Son.
it's pronounced Pissant.
of the
Yeah.
the Sun family.
Wait, did I just dox you?
It's
Is that-
French. It's
What I
Tom
was gonna say
Pissant.
though, if I could just
Pissant.
quickly interject this idea of like maybe instead of making it like a person, maybe because it could be something abstracted out, like they've put Grandpa's ghost
Okay, here we go.
Oh, very true. Yeah.
into a prism.
yeah,
Yeah.
so it's a stone. It's going to be a stone.
A stone. Okay.
A stone that is
Ooh,
called the
dead
Dashel.
The Dashel
It's
stone.
going to be called the
Kid, why
Dashel
did I yell?
stone. And it contains...
I
This
think
is
it
where
has,
you
like-
all come in.
I think it should be like a person's spirit bound into it,
Yeah.
like
Or
ancestor
what about this
spirit?
idea?
Yeah.
Because I like this train of thought. So it's something that the merchants have, right? That has been taken.
yeah.
Right.
What if it's a kind of magical box that they've used to evaluate stones and rocks in their trades?
Ooh, because the miners would want that too. They'd
Right.
want to use it.
Yeah. So and it allows
But
them
it's a
to give
person.
value to certain
Yeah.
things.
It could be the what do you call those guys? Like old prospector guy. It's
Yeah.
just like the quintessential old prospector.
Yeah, yeah,
He's
yeah,
a
yeah.
ghost. He's been dead, but he's not moving on from this life. He wants to look at stones and tell you how good or bad they are.
and he's in this
Prospect.
box.
And he's in this box.
Wait, I
His
wanna
soul
know
is
what you
contained
the
in this
rock,
prison.
and you
they
put
call
it
it
in
the
box.
Dashel.
I want to know
Yeah,
what the
you
word
place
is
it
that you can't
inside,
come up with.
and it-
like, it's bothering me
and
that you
it's the
can't come up
spirit of
with
the
was what I
man,
was trying
just
to
kind
think
of
of.
like
Yeah, it's like good rock. Put
Yeah.
it in the good
Like,
box.
oh,
no,
old
like he
prospector
knows the
kinda guy.
value of it. He knows
Yeah.
how important this may or may not be.
Because
So
the
you can
merchants have been using this to fuck them. They're like, the guy says it's bad. Dashel Stone says it's bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like, how
you're-
could Dashel Stone say everything we're bringing you is bad?
yeah, it seems like you guys aren't mining good stuff, so maybe we should kind of step in.
the
And they're
Dashel
getting-
piece of 8. Like,
and they're getting like
Yeah,
pissed
yeah.
off,
Yeah,
and they're
yeah,
like,
yeah.
you know what? Let's fucking take that box.
Yeah.
Okay.
Take him
Yeah. See?
the
and this
Dashel
go-
piece of 8. And I want to make clear, canonically, there are 8. And
Eight
this is
what?
one of 8.
Boxes?
Dashel stones.
Oh, okay. That's
So
cool.
there are 8, and this area has one of them, and it is what allows them to decipher if it
Okay,
is
this
a
is the-
valuable stone or not.
This is a Dashel stone, and this is the prospector stone of the 8.
Oh,
Yes.
They're
One-
different knowledge stones.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so yeah,
Oh,
this stone
dope as
houses
hell.
the prospector,
Yes.
and the merchants were using this to try and get some leverage over this mining community. The mining community is like, our stone's good. We don't know what's going on.
We got good
And they
got
keep
it.
telling us it's this stone that's telling them it's wrong. So they take the stone back and take it to their home, and they're like, why are you telling me the stone's bad? It's like, I'm saying it's good. And the merchants were lying this whole time.
Yep.
There we go.
I love
That's
the
an awesome
idea.
story.
That is
Yeah.
fucking sick.
I also just love the idea that the merchant's like, yeah, it's no good. And they're like, what the fuck? So the actual workers go out and steal the fucking thing.
Yeah.
They're pretending is. I don't know why there's something
Yeah.
magical about that
Yeah.
idea. They're like, we're gonna go take that box
It's,
now.
it's magical.
Because it's like it's a point of
100%.
pride. There's like, what box? Well, you tell me. You show me how our stone's
So
bad.
so it's like a stone that they house inside of a box.
Yeah,
maybe,
sure.
Right?
The Ark of the
A
Covenant.
nice
Kinda, and
teak wood
yeah,
yeah.
because it's not like because you know it's a special
Ark of the
stone, so you
Prospect.
can't just
Ark
have
of
it
the
like in a.
Prospect.
It's
and you put it in the
special.
box.
I mean, it's
And the
big enough.
box
You've got to have like
atmosphere.
4 people carry it somewhere.
and they can't
Like,
look at it. God knows.
I like it that it's like, because they don't want the spirit out talking all the time.
Sure.
Oh, he's a little bit annoying because
He's
he's so
real
knowledgeable.
chatty.
That's it.
Yeah.
He is super focused on rocks.
Yeah, he's
and
like that guy
there's
that'll tell
folks
you
in
all
the
about
mining town that are
trains.
into it.
He'll tell you all
Look
about-
at all
actually
these
wanna
rocks
hang
you
out.
brought me. Oh, yeah, I like that's a good rock. It's a good rock. It's a good rock. That's a bad rock.
I think we got
a
the
gimmick.
Dashel Stone's
Yeah.
voice.
The Dashel Stone.
Dude, I fucking love this.
I'm so
Your
glad.
character is just one of their descendants.
Yeah, yeah.
There's my grandpappy in that rock. I gotta save him from them traskers.
They're like, bro, we're not inhumane. Come see your grandpappy
Yeah,
anytime you
yeah,
want.
yeah,
We just
yeah.
can't give him
He's
back
right
to the
there.
merchants.
Yeah.
All right. So the
He's
way I
happier here.
have done that is the Traskers are now a faction. And I've
Okay.
given them a power.
Do I need
that's
to
right.
put a cork or something somewhere
them.
now?
I'll have the yes.
They get
Put a
Corkum. Corkum.
get corked.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Okay. You did it.
and that
What?
me.
Is
And
that
do you
where
want to
they
add
go?
a district, Caleb?
Yeah, that's what
Okay, okay.
And at a district.
Oh.
Wow, Caleb, that was fun.
That was a good one.
Well done. I was really banking on a sports team, but instead we got some sweet old miners
mean, that's-
robbing rich people.
That's a lot of lore that we just kicked out there.
Yes.
Yeah. Dude,
And I've written
that's
a
fun.
hostage is taken, the Dashel Stone, piece of 8, Prospector Stone. So
I can't wait.
please
to
help
know-
me remember all of this lore as we move forward.
Luckily, we recorded it all.
Yeah.
Will we ever listen to it again?
A dice, yes.
Yeah.
And what do they do there?
And give me a generic name for
For that
that district.
district? What are the ones around it? Help me remember that.
I mean, there's Bar Cliffs,
Town,
there's
there's-
Tavern Bar Row,
Cliffside.
the Scrawny District, Old School District, Lake
Lakeview.
Overlook,
So Lake Overlook and Old School
and then the
District are
First
next to it.
District.
And then the Bar District.
Yeah. I feel like it's a transitory, transitional kind of district, kind of in between.
Like
But I don't want to
Midway.
be like,
Yeah,
it's
Midway's
the trans
great.
district.
Midway.
I like Midway or trans something.
Is that too like weird?
Transport District.
No.
Transfer district.
I mean, trans just being a prefix
Right.
doesn't make a lot of sense. Like the specifics, like is like transportation, or like I was saying, midway for if it's like the midpoint between places in town.
Or like the something thoroughfare.
Yeah,
Oh, that would be good.
something way.
Yeah, something way.
I kind of like Midway.
Midway is solid.
Midway is like one of those like names that kind of feels like it comes up organically, you know?
I'm putting midway.
It's midway between the cemetery and
Right.
the...
It's like positioned perfectly.
And some people are going to be like, well, why is it called Midway? And I'm like, well,
Well,
it used to be more kind of in the middle.
Yeah.
Why is Oregon
it's-
called Oregon? No one knows.
You know, they literally don't know. Isn't
Yeah.
that sad?
Can we just call out Oregon?
But also mysterious.
yeah.
Okay,
All right.
Milo.
Works for me.
3 dice.
Roll them.
A 6, a 4, and a 3. That's a high number right there.
That is.
I think if somebody rolls
Pretty
a 666,
sweet.
they can pull from the bag.
There we go.
Yes.
Ooh.
A 666 or a 111.
Or maybe just any of the three.
Yeah, any of
that's
the
hard.
ones that are,
Any triples?
Yeah.
If
you get
it's a
Yahtzee.
cool set of dice, that's cool numbers.
Yeah.
If you roll 777, then you win the game.
That's lame.
What if they're in order? 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
6, 4, 3. New life. A new species of a plant or an animal is discovered. Is this a new mutation, created, imported, or fallen out of the sky? What benefits or dangers does it bring? Add something.
Okay, so I've been thinking about my mountain and
The mountain.
the Trask.
My mountain.
The Trask. and the magic that comes out of there, it makes me real excited. And there's going to be something in the water, in the lake, and it's going to be
Bubble.
Sentient bubble.
More bubbles. Insidious.
Never seen.
I like the idea of like a Loch Ness monster kind of creature that's really blurry.
Wally.
Ooh.
It's like it's
like an always blurry, like a Displacer Beast kind of.
yeah, it's like a displacer
Oh, hell
beast.
yeah.
Like a Displacer Nessie.
Yes,
Yeah.
like a displacer nesty beast that people see it, but they don't like know that they see it, and it causes like all this controversy around the bay. Around
They only
Okay,
realize
okay.
it after the fact that they saw it.
Around the bay, the locals there, what do they call this thing? They call it like the old something or other, or they call it like
the old fuzz.
the old fuzz.
Fuzz, yeah.
The old fuzz.
Or fuzzy for. It's not fuzzy.
Parentheses.
Fuzzy.
Why?
Fuzzy's
Yeah.
cute.
Fuzzy. The old
Like
fuzzy.
that feels like the thing that will roll off people's.
It's fuzzy.
It's also
Yeah.
a drink you can get all across town.
I saw
of
fuzzy.
course.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, that's like a number one
Give me a
seller
fuzzy.
there.
a cocktail.
At Barcliffs.
The fuzzy, yeah.
You can go to Barcliffs
Perfect.
and you get a
Now you
fuzzy.
can add. It just says add something. So if you want to add a district, a landmark, a resource,
Something.
like you could put if you want to put like a little like beast in the lake, that could be it as well.
There's definitely okay.
Just something related to that in some way.
Definitely deep caves in the lake.
Okay.
That do produce bubbles, but they're like air bubbles that if you swim through them, it like makes it so you can.
Gotcha.
Like big
Like-
enough circumference.
Like
No.
Sonic
You
and
swim
Mario.
through it and it just like absorbs into your skin.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
just
cool.
like
Like you get the
platformer
oxygen from
mechanics.
it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Underwater breathing.
So you're
Cave
adding
systems.
in cave systems
Yes.
to the lake
Yes. That have these underwater breathing bubbles.
that have big magical.
How
bubbles.
convenient.
Magical.
Draw some caves.
Not planning ahead.
And this will be
Bubble there. I love this.
And then also draw your lake monster.
Yeah, we gotta know what fuzzy looks like. And a huge
really chirpy.
fin.
fin.
Or a
Tail?
Oh, I like the shell. He's got a shell.
Yeah,
Ooh,
it's like a
heck yeah.
lapras.
A really long
Man, what if a
tail.
lapras shell like split out and then it was like beetle wings underneath and it flew
Ew.
away?
Ew.
would be
People are
cool.
afraid of fuzzy,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean they think they see it.
but they know the bubbles.
They know they think they see it. Do you want to add a district? Or add a population to a district that's already there?
I mean, maybe the
know
advent
what?
of fuzzy means that one of these districts gets bigger.
Oh yeah.
The fuzzy spotters.
Yeah, it's like whale watchers, but
Yeah.
just for fuzzy. Okay, yeah.
Ooh, okay.
That front.
I'm calling that Fuzzy's look. Fuzzy's outlook. What do you call it? Like peak? Fuzzy's look.
Yeah, outlook is good.
Outlook. Just trying to think of things on the coast.
But yeah, they are committed.
I'm going to
Fuzzy's
see
bluff.
it. I'm going to see it. I saw her as a boy.
Yeah.
I tell you.
He
Fuzz-
won't be fuzzy at all.
Fuzzy's bluff.
They got their own version of like.
You got to
Finding
look
Bigfoot
past the
displays.
fuzz.
Finding fuzzy.
Every morning I spend 2 hours looking at a piece of hair 2
Is
inches
anybody
away
else
from
thinking
my
of
eye.
Depot Bay?
But this is like
Like I can't help but think of Depot Bay right now.
this is like a congregation point for monster hunters from all over
Yeah.
the place,
Yeah.
though. So monster hunters come here and they congregate. They share stories about monsters from all over the world.
Nice.
And they all look for Fuzzy because
look
Fuzzy
for
is like this mythical creature that you know it's fuzzy, but you don't know that it's fuzzy. You want to
Yeah.
believe that you can see it.
Like you've seen something. Can't tell you what though.
And then every time people take pictures of it, they're like, "Why is it so damn fuzzy?"
Well, that's fuzzy.
All right.
I love it.
Right.
262.
Okay. All right. 262. A useful neighbor. Close contract. No, that's not what you meant to say. Close contact to a nearby settlement is established. What makes them useful? Are they easy to exploit or just the right market for the city's goods? Add an external faction.
That's like the one I got.
Kind of is. Except you had an option for a sports team, and I don't.
Yeah, those ones are right next to each other, 261 and 262.
Yeah, you can.
You really
can
want a
force
sports
it in.
team thing.
We
A
don't force
peaceful
it in.
neighbor
We
and a
don't have-
useful neighbor.
We don't have where like the majority of their ships come from or where the majority of their ships go to.
Yeah, and I'm gonna leave that mystery untouched for now.
Do you want to add a sports team?
Yeah.
I do.
feel
but
like you
only
should add a sports
organically.
Go ahead, man.
It sounds like you really just want to add a sports
I
team.
really want
seems
there to
cool.
be. You guys know The Blood of Heroes, that movie.
I mean, the blood inside me, yeah.
Okay, so The Blood of Heroes
And
is this
he's-
post-apocalyptic game where they play with dog skulls. There's a keeper
Oh, sure.
who carries the dog skull. They fight another keeper, and there's two different. There's
This is a movie?
three different. Yeah, there's three different people on each side. One protects the keeper, and then the other two are like bashers that like try to get at the
Oh.
keeper and get the dog skull
Right,
away.
I was thinking like this is a fanfic.
This
it
is
a-
such
like,
a good.
is it
It's
a-
such a good movie, Blood of Heroes, or it's called something else too.
It's not a man and his
Salute,
dog. That same that movie.
It's like Salute something. It's so good.
The Blood of
Short?
Heroes
Yeah, the Blood
from
of
1989.
Heroes. Yes. Oh my god.
I've never heard of this. That sounds badass.
It is
though.
such a good.
Rutger Hauer.
And I like movies.
Delroy
I
Lindo.
like sports.
Vincent D'Onofrio.
What?
Wow.
Remember when we had a really good joke about him?
Yeah, do I?
Good joke?
some little part of your brain. fucking just-
Salute of the Juggler.
just
That's
fired.
That's also what it's called.
Like I laughed at Vincent D'Onofrio before with these guys.
That's because that was we were trying to figure out what JD Vance stood
But
for.
anyways, like post-apocalyptic, and they go around
And you were
like all these different
James
cities,
D'Onofrio.
and they fight to get like housing and stuff, and they fight for like scraps of metal,
Oh.
and they go to a big city to fight like the red team. They're like the best. It's such a good movie, guys.
You see the little sky,
Who?
JD Vance.
Oh yeah, fuck
Yeah.
yeah. Of course. Yeah,
Hilarious.
there's no way he was gonna survive. Okay, so again, this is like an outside,
useful
nearby-
neighbor.
Useful neighbor.
Are they exploitable or are they the perfect neighbor to trade with? And I would imagine this is. I guess it could be airship related.
I wasn't gonna make it airship related. Actually.
Yeah. Well, what I was saying is like I would then it would be like somebody who's local here. Like you have to travel like on foot or I mean you got airships anyways, but it's not like part of the trade route. It's
No,
like part of the local economy or local
Yeah,
group.
and I
also Underdark and Up in the Clouds too, where we have some verticality
that's true. I'm trying to.
and mountains
And everything.
And there's this weird sea
and
thing.
different dimensions.
Yeah, true.
cool forests.
Yeah, so parallel version of this city.
The Shadow one or the Fey one?
God damn it.
I mean, that'd
You
be
gotta
kind
be
of dope.
specific, man.
Yeah, the Fey one. No, I don't want to touch that either. I'm gonna make this an actual place. It's off the map. And I'm hesitating to like inject. I want to like brainstorm. Like, well, what's the landscape around here look like? I do think that this is a high up plateau, which is what makes it cool and special.
Yep.
It's desert that way, and it's mountainous this way. In my
Is it
mind.
desert that way?
That's kind
so
of
I
what
was
we've
thinking
gathered.
kind of like I was thinking like a smaller village or something, and I was envisioning it like on the plains or if there's a desert on the desert or whatever.
Yeah. Cool.
And in fact, I might say that it's like a mobile village. It's like a band of nomads. I like the idea.
Oh,
That
I like
Say
that.
Heck yeah.
because
Just like Blood of Heroes.
yeah,
Oh my
exactly.
god.
a character
It's
I've
a
been
traveling
bringing up
basketball
has
team.
been a
This
bit
is-
of a traveler.
Yeah, I like
In
the
that-
idea. They're like
in that way.
they're like a band of like people who ride around on their animals of all sorts, and they pitch their tents every night, and they know all the spots out there. And I don't know. I'm really trying to fight going for some of the cliches because instantly I'm thinking like, oh, they're like tinkers and stuff. They can help
Yeah.
fix things. They bring.
My immediate thought is like, because I think about like nomads and deserts in world building a lot, is like they've got spots throughout this place that they are harvesting from.
Yeah.
And they're only harvesting like a little bit of the stuff. So it's like maybe some sort of like refined product that the town likes.
Yeah.
Like they're getting like the beetle juice or something, and they can sell that to these
I
the
like
town.
that. Yeah.
And they're just going to these different hunting spots and foraging areas, and because it's a desert, they can't like stay in one place and do it. They're going to like these. Big
Is there something that they
swath
have
of-
out there that could be good for the airships?
There could
Well,
be,
it depends on-
some magical
Like, you
components
said-
for sure.
You said like Beetlejuice, and I was like to like grease the gears of the Aura Stones or something. I don't know, like something that's like, oh, it's just a particularly good. It's like how whoever came up with like whale oil for whatever fucking
Yeah,
thing. It's like
I was kind of envisioning like a palm tree thing, like you pull off a piece of the bark, and like there's this little nubbin there that you can extract. I don't know.
And it's like, yeah, like one
Like the mega
bushel,
seeds,
one
Marty.
basket of these seeds
Yeah.
or like little nodules,
Yeah,
you
but-
know, sell for a huge amount.
Yeah, but they would refuse to take like all of the bark off the tree because
Yeah.
they know they wouldn't have it the next time that they came. So they rotate around.
Yeah.
A limited supply of stuff, but then has a good relationship with, you know, the union or somebody who takes in this stuff.
Somehow
like the
capitalized
idea-
on responsibly farming those
Yeah.
things.
I-
Like they've got the schedule down of like
Right,
when to
'cause it's through the
responsibly
seasons.
harvest. Yeah.
I like the idea that it's some type of like insect byproduct. Like in my mind, you said Beetlejuice, and I kind of started thinking like honey or something like that, where it's like maybe not
Some sort of
specifically
nectar.
honey, but something like that that they couldn't go. Yeah, exactly. And they all just sit around and jerk off onto it. Yeah. Thanks, thanks, Dash.
Why did you say that?
Because Caleb, God damn it, Dash was no. Who are you? One of you was
Own your own thought, man.
illicit hand motion, but some type of insect byproduct.
This is working out great for both of us.
Is it? Yeah, maybe it's a type of oil that the airships really like to kind of that they put on like the front of their ships. It helps with like I guess like they wouldn't call it, but like it really gives them better aerodynamics because like harsh winds up here, especially so high over the.
Some type of like
deflects the
elemental
heavy
resistant.
wind-
like-
What if
Yeah.
it's like some sort of like
I like
wind
that.
beetle, right? Like as like small beetles,
Yeah.
they swarm, but like adult forms, they get really big, and you can harvest this stuff off them. You apply this lacquer onto the front of the ship, and it will actually cut through the air. It'll physically cut through the air in an elemental,
Yeah.
magical way.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was. Yeah,
Yeah.
I kind
I
of
like
I can
it.
get on board with that. I like that.
I like it.
yeah.
because
Want
it's
to name
something-
any of this stuff?
What?
Do we want to put a name to any of this stuff?
Yeah.
What
It'll
kind of
be
like what kind of bug it is?
hyper-local.
What's the juice called?
You said beetle, which I kind of like because that's deserty, but I think it would be cool if there was like some type of element of danger to outsiders, like a scorpion or something, where they know how to do it, or like even bees, right? Like people know how to interact with them in a safe way, but the outsiders might not.
Well, I feel like scarab is
Yeah.
somewhere in between.
What if it's like a creature like a scarab that you can only get it from its babies that live on its stomach?
Right. Hyper specific.
Oh yeah. And you gotta have to have some sort of stone that makes a weird noise and it calms them down. You can
Yeah.
take like
Yeah.
half of their babies, and then you can leave, but you got to keep the other half there.
because they need to reproduce and make more.
Because I kind of like the idea to just keep spitballing. It's like how the Fremen breed the worms, you know, on Din. It's like, and then they just go there and grab the fucking baby worm and milk it for its blue juice, like.
Very Dune adjacent.
Right. And I don't know if it's like a deserty desert out there or if it's just maybe like the Mongolian steppe or something. But
You call
yeah.
it like some kind of like resin, like stinger resin
Resin's
or
good.
something.
Yeah, maybe it's some type of maybe we don't know exactly what it is.
Yeah, what do you
because,
think?
All right, I'm putting resin.
Yeah,
Putting desert bug
Desert resin.
yeah, and that's what they call it. Because here's the truth: because
Sure.
whatever it is important enough to us that we're willing to trade with them and invite them into the city.
Yeah.
But they don't want us going into their place and looking for it.
Right.
So they call it desert resin or whatever, desert bud resin.
But we don't know
but they are
specifically where they get it from.
specifically
Yeah.
the people that know how to harvest it and from which
And this outside
animal
faction,
and
these nomads.
Yeah.
What are we calling them?
I want to say one more thing about them really quick.
Okay.
I like the idea that they let us believe that maybe they get it from a flower or something, bud resin, but it's actually like an invasive plant. So that way, if we go out trying to harvest it, we're fucking killing the invasive
yeah,
plants.
yeah.
Anyway,
Oh, gotcha.
Well,
It's
we have
like,
a
yeah, if you
campaign
kill all
against
these
it.
plants that we don't like,
Yeah.
then you'll get it.
We
you
just go out
have
there
to
and
get a
harvest
lot of them though and press it.
yeah. Oh, although then that leads us to maybe then trying to farm this plant good.
Bruh, this is but
Those are just
know.
fun things to fix down the line.
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah.
True.
Yeah.
These people,
We don't know that at this point.
These people are called.
The Legend of Zelda Windwalkers.
This is Beduina, which I kind of like.
Beduino is a good name. That's a very
Beduina?
deserty name.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
Bedouina?
Beduina.
yeah, sounds like a
B-E-D-W-I-N-A.
Bedouin.
Yeah, it kind of does sound like Bedouin.
Yeah.
Without
I like
being,
that.
yeah.
And go ahead and put a landmark for them somewhere on the map.
I like the idea that they're somewhere over They might have been ones that we would have traditionally let up the stairs at some point, but they're kind of more way over here. And let's see, what is their landmark? I'm gonna draw like a tent.
Yeah.
Use a pen.
How racist.
Well, they live in tents.
That's stop, Milo. You're being racist.
But they live in tents. They're nomads.
Of course, they live in tents to you.
Well, yeah, they gotta like pack up and leave. They're on.
Yeah, they gotta leave.
They do.
Yeah.
To get that, that's what they do. That's how they
Yep.
live.
They all need to do that.
Oh my God, Caleb, don't worry. They'll all be white.
Okay.
Would that make you feel better?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would.
As long as I win.
It's all I wanted. It's all I ever wanted, guys.
I just need it in the audio.
Yeah,
And
I don't
throw
wanna, I don't want
a
to lean
resource
too
on
hard
that.
into the trope of what's that?
Throw a resource cork.
I don't want to lean too hard into like the whole desert nomad trope or whatever, but certainly like that's why I was kind of thinking like perhaps that they have lots of like skills too, like tinkering and doing shit like that they can
Maybe
offer.
they're people who used to live in the city and now they just live outside of it and they just prefer living out there.
Well, I like the idea
Or
that
some
they
sort
have
of
some type
agricultural skill.
like, more pastoral lives. I do
Yeah.
like the idea that they have knowledge of the land that we don't because perhaps they've been here longer. And this isn't even
they're
just
biologists.
generational knowledge in that kind of landscape.
Yeah,
You know,
I
that's
feel
how
like
you find
realistically,
those
they're
kinds of resources.
biologists. Like they've figured out this thing.
yeah.
Like they are highly aware of a science that we are not
Yeah, I like
aware
that too.
of. Like
And I like the idea that perhaps it's like we're on
AKA
the
science.
outer limits of like what their territory would be, but they make the trip because they know that
For
we'll,
sure, yeah.
we'll hook them up with stuff that they need in exchange for
but they're white,
the
right?
resin.
No.
No, but they are exclusively only half. No, I'm kidding.
Goliaths.
No, they originally lived on the plateau and then we displaced them
Okay.
to outside the plateau.
It's becoming too close to my hometown, Mount Eagle.
Do you want to add a district
Oh yeah. I guess
or
I
add
should-
population to an existing district?
I guess you know what.
Better not add a
I
population.
kind of want to
too.
be the first one to add a population, but we have like I feel like we have a lot of plateau to fill up still.
We do.
Or it's just like
yeah,
normal.
that's the thing is, like, I feel like we need to fill up more of the plateau before we start saying, okay, these guys are stronger.
We still have 16 more to go.
You're right.
Although at this point, I feel like it would be less biased if we add population now.
What?
You know,
But then we
on.
wouldn't be.
Caleb.
I'm not with you on this one.
Yeah, you wouldn't be. That makes sense, Caleb.
I wonder if we should do
This is great. This is the best hack.
Yeah, it's great.
Every dumb idea, every racist thing
Okay.
just
is your
say-
fault, Caleb.
Okay. Well, I just know my place in the world.
Good, Caleb. Ah.
It's funny because everything he says makes you look silly, and everything you say makes you look silly.
No, I get it. But it's fun.
It is funny.
It's fun.
It's just like very.
Caleb's just disassociating over
Yeah,
there.
yeah. Like,
Who am I?
Like, I understand all of it, but I'm okay with all of it.
It is a funny gag, so
Yeah.
I get it. I'm struggling here to know what to do.
You don't have to do anything if you don't want to.
Yeah, you don't have to.
I see another skinny district, and I'm like, do I do another skinny district?
Sure.
I mean, I think it would be good to let the old school area have higher population, but
That's kind of like I actually really feel like I want this place to be a higher population for some reason.
Do it.
Do it. Throw a dice on.
Your fingers on it. Do it right now.
All right.
Which place is that?
The
Oh, that's the scrawny district.
Is that what it's called?
That's what I have
his
on there.
note was. In my mind, I always thought of it as like the band or something like that. Because I'm the one that drew that district. I think
the band
Or the alley, or the...
Yeah,
I
change the
put
name,
that
it's
in
the
my
band.
notes.
the band.
Can I have some dice?
Or the
Oh,
belt?
yes, of course you may.
The
Red,
belt,
blue,
maybe.
metal in that order.
I think it should go all the way to the end then, if it's the belt.
That's crazy. Doesn't matter what order it is. It's
5,
555.
Woohoo! You got to
Whoa,
draw from
that's
the
a bag
bag.
draw.
I'm what's her name from Buffy?
Big.
Yeah.
555.
Oh, there you
We've
go.
all put stuff
Dark
in there,
Angel.
and it is...
Faith.
Faith. Yes.
Yahtzee!
No. It's yacht. No Z.
No, Z.
One set included. Heck yeah.
It's got dice.
So it's like half the dice of a Yahtzee.
It's half Yahtzee.
Yes.
There's 2.5 dice in there.
What a good dice container.
Yeah.
The yacht dice container. I love it. Heck
And
yeah.
I love how loud that tumbler is.
I know.
Loud as hell.
You know you're rolling.
Perfect for a podcast.
Yeah.
Perfect for when we take this show overseas.
Aw.
5 by 5.
That's a
Higher density buildings, an architectural breakthrough, restrictive laws, or simply too many people. But buildings grow taller and tighter. Are they stable or rickety? Increase the density of a district by 2.
Whoa.
All right, hold on. Let
This
me.
is big
This
news.
is our chance
Get
to pull
over
a little
here.
Kowloon walled city action going
Yeah,
over
here. Let me give those eyes back.
Thank you.
And these yachts are like air yachts. Let's do this.
Sorry, I got to do all my writing as well. What is it called? 555.
Play Dungeons and Dragons. We should just keep playing.
Yeah, that's
don't
what I
think it
do
would
by
make a very
myself
good-
at home.
Build a world.
I don't think it would make a very good podcast.
We're in the wrong line of words.
the podcast is only to facilitate us meeting together weekly.
Yeah.
It is not.
What we ought to do
Yeah,
is
if
we
you're listening to
gotta
this, we're sorry.
we gotta play we gotta play ex novo for people to establish their campaigns.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, so
They can use it.
increasing a population by 2. Who's getting more? I think I want to go Midway.
Midway.
Oh.
Midway's getting more,
Yeah.
and what's going on? It's the sewer district. We're not building up; we're building down.
Oh.
Hell
We're
yeah.
building into the rock and creating dense underground structures. And so, yeah, that's what that's going to be. And then I am also going to put a district in.
What's the cause of the population boom? Just like, is it because
People
more
coming
are-
up.
Just more people are coming into the city.
Okay.
Just we're seeing a rise in population just increasingly over time, and a lot of the new homes that they're putting in are in Midway. So
Sure,
they keep the transportation of that area,
Yeah.
and then they go down to keep the population up. So it's still very busy up top, but then you go down, you've got like cooler
Yeah, and
areas.
I like the idea that it was accessible and easy to start building down there because they were working on the sewers. So
Right.
like, and there's like a sort of a nexus of sewers there, and so they kept going down, and the people were like, well, why don't I just build my house here?
Yes, and like it starts off with like the workers that were doing all of that, like building their own little places, and they're like, oh, wait a second, we've got the water right here. Why we don't have to if we don't drill up, we can just stay here. And a district. I want to go over here in the
It's
by the
kinda open.
merchants. I'm going to
Merchants.
make the merchants district.
Just the
I like their little. They got a little triangle here.
You're
Nice.
gonna go for a really weird shape.
And they're like just barely connected to the sea over there.
Yeah, they've got like a tiny cliff access, to look over, but all these other
There
places
is
have
one
better.
park bench there for people to.
They probably
Enjoy
don't
the
The
give a
merchants
shit,
wouldn't
honestly.
have a park bench. They would have like some kind of tower.
Yeah.
Oh, maximize it. It's a
Yeah.
whole
Yeah,
stack
yeah,
of
yeah.
park benches.
It's
Build
the
up.
quintessential corner office. Everyone wants it.
Oh, dude.
Ooh,
Is that where
that's-
the merchant, like, the patrician, like, lives?
What the Patricia?
Patrician?
Patrician?
Patricia?
That sounds like a formal Patricia.
Patrician. Come on, guys. Read some Terry Pratchett,
Oh, I haven't read enough.
But anyway.
Merchants quarters is what I'm calling that
Well, it
district.
can't be a quarter
Why not?
because it's a triangle.
And there's more than 4.
A triangle. There can be 4 triangles.
I know. I just think it would be
That's-
funnier if they were literal about it. The merchant.
Because it
Trigon.
should be a circle. Because like a quarter. Is that what you're saying?
Centuron.
No, because
No.
a square would have 4 sides, but a
Jesus,
triangle
guys.
Oh, I
come
see,
on.
I see.
Guys.
I was wanting clarification on that. I wasn't sure where we were.
doesn't. It was dumb.
Any other higher density buildings? Midway.
Yeah.
Building down. Not
I like
up.
they started building up midway, but then just
Yeah.
up midway. It was pretty good. Pretty good joke.
Okay.
Debatable.
It's
I'm here all night.
That's
wanna blame that
that's
on
555. That's
We can blame that
first
on
round
Caleb.
done. 3 more rounds,
It's a bad
and we'll
joke.
have this city done.
All right, let's blast through 'em.
Was that the first round?
That's the first round.
It's 8 o'clock now.
We have 15 more turns.
It was nice having subscribers while we had them.
It's okay. We can get through these.
You guys
so
don't
much
have to
fun.
listen to this part.
Craig,
The regular
Craig, I hope you're
story-
still there.
This is where
Regular
all the biggest
adventure.
lore dump is happening.
For
so-
sure. But this is more fun to listen to
us.
at the end.
Oh,
Yeah.
true. Yeah.
Race through the series, come back, listen to it, like, oh, this is where all that stuff came
Yeah.
from.
I feel like if you for the dedicated, listen now, and then you might see the glimpses as we play.
325.
325.
Yeah, I thought we would, definitely
325.
but then we have so much fun on everybody's thing.
A new trade route is established. With whom?
Oh,
What is mostly traded? Does knowledge and culture travel on this trade route too? So a new trade route is established. With whom?
We have
what is traded, and does knowledge
so
and
many
culture also come with?
possibilities.
You'll add a resource and draw the trade route.
There's the underground. There's the water access points. There's mountains.
Yeah, I would. Oh, actually, I know what I'm gonna do.
He knows.
That's always nice when you're like, I know what it is.
Yeah.
Like you
I
hear
like a
you
strong
hear the
answer.
prompt and like just the world speaks to you.
I mean, I don't know if it's already established, but I want to establish the trade route with the Trask. With the
Yeah.
Traskers.
Do it.
And I specifically want.
No. Dash. Just right there.
It's coming in though, so mechanically it
It's-
makes it less of a dick joke.
And more of a sounding
It's a
joke.
sounding joke. Yeah, I was looking for the word.
Oh, I didn't even realize that.
Oh my God, I see it now. I was like, what are you guys talking about?
Well, and trading this way.
Yeah. 2 ways.
It's a two-way trade.
Yeah.
Does
Just
the
so you
trade
guys know, I quite literally did not. I'm serious. I did not see that.
Yeah.
I was just writing a trade route directly from there,
It's just what
specifically
he does. It's just
to
what
this
he does.
area,
Yeah.
for a reason that I'll do in a second.
Okay, are we doing a district?
Yeah, and I'm gonna put a resource over there.
Yeah. What was it? 2
That's, I,
2.
I didn't mean that at all.
No.
I mean, it's clearly
The
a tip.
resource is UTI.
You add a resource and draw a trade route.
One of these.
Yes. Yes. I'm realizing that is what that means now. I think I did that wrong at some point, but
That's okay.
Cool. And then do a district.
and then do a district.
Okay.
Just corked it up.
You son of a bitch.
Nice.
Okay, that's not so bad.
That's fun.
not so bad. That's
And what's the name of this district?
The tip.
circumcision.
No, this is gonna be the Arcanum district.
Okay.
This is where, well, I don't know if I can add that. But
Outlaw wizards go.
I was gonna say this is where, like, specifically, like, there's like a school here where people learn magic that specifically deals with like Zone of Truth or
Oh.
like magic that specifically affects like the
This
a person,
community,
like a person,
Okay.
like a disguised
Yeah,
self,
yeah. Like enchantment magic.
detect thoughts, yeah,
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. So, and they also help train people to work on the like magic that's part of the airships too. So you can get some training in that, kind of like a trade.
Heck yeah. But yeah, that's the district that houses all that kind of like arcane knowledge and schooling.
Yeah, and the trade route with the mining is a lot of those rocks get used for formal education purposes as well.
Hell yeah.
And I think the Arcanum district helped set up that trade because they're like, well, a lot of these minerals and stuff can be used for the studies that we do and the classes that we do. So
I like it.
yeah,
Some lithomancy going on there.
yeah,
yeah.
add a population.
Oh yeah. There you go.
Cool.
Nice.
Beautiful.
One down.
All right, Caleb.
Yeah, that plateau's filling out.
I like it.
That's hard to follow. 5.
5. 5's interesting.
2, right? Is that what this is?
Yep.
1.
5, 2, 1.
1.
Ooh. A venue for the masses.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh, it's got to be the Grand Forum.
A place of mass gathering, spectacle, and entertainment. An amphitheater for gladiatorial combat, a concert hall. What is built? Who performs there? And what you'll do is add a landmark.
this could be
At a what?
Add a landmark.
be
Whatever this
twofold.
Is that
This
you
could
have.
be both where we do our big debates when we have a discussion, and also our sporting arena.
Yeah, it's not just like physical
Yeah.
combat and like prowess.
No,
and
no,
stuff,
it's just
but
all- it's
like
all sorts of-
intellectual. It's everything.
And and this is just like the main one. That doesn't mean that there's not littler
Oh,
ones
yeah.
throughout town where people go and have their little
Yeah, this is
forums.
where the real beefs get
Right.
settled.
So to me,
yeah,
the obvious choice is right here.
that's not Midway.
What is that?
That's the band.
The band. That's
Midway's
the
right
scrawny. That's the
Sorry.
scrawny district.
Okay. So
I mean, I like this is the district I made.
the
So you
band.
can put it there.
So the band along the coast because that's the most dramatic.
I mean,
For sure.
being near the airport would make sense too, because that's where all the people are coming in.
that way they don't have to drive through the whole city and ruin traffic.
There's also the spot just on the other side that's not a district at all. There's like that little
Yeah.
square
Yeah,
that
that's
it
what
could
I
take
was
up that whole
looking at.
thing.
So
Right here?
so I
On the
so
other
these are,
Oh yeah.
End of the.
I feel like these are the obvious choices, but what is the most dramatic choice?
A
like
floating island that moves around the city would be the most dramatic.
That would be pretty dramatic.
I'm liking that.
And it's got like little places that could be put in the city if you need to move it.
It's just it has a little poke down, like a little
That's
foot.
interesting.
Yeah,
sits into
because
place.
you need infrastructure getting people in and out of it for sure.
Yeah. And that's where the elevator is to go up.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe because the whole idea, if you're the Grand Forum, no matter what it's used for, naval battle reenactments, horse races, its main focus is the orative arts, right?
Right.
And the people are using it. Mostly, the orative arts in here came from the idea of governance, so it floats above here, where you can see the whole city and contemplate the ramifications of the things that you're suggesting while you're doing it.
It was built at the same time as the trade people,
The freelance.
Yeah, and maybe they're like, I wonder if they had something to do with this, the crash, because their ship.
Oh,
hasn't
gotcha.
crashed. Or their landmass hasn't crashed.
Yeah.
I like it.
So how do I?
What are you thinking? What's the?
Here, draw
What's
it
the
here,
thought?
and then we can move it anywhere on the
Yeah, yeah. If it's a
I'm thinking
big
like
floating
an
thing,
autonomous thing.
yeah, put it on the
Because, like,
card.
The whole government idea of this place, like non-government, and so having a from that.
Mm-hmm.
I do worry though about the ramifications of does everybody get to go to the Grand Forum?
Yes.
I feel like the Grand Forum is to everybody. Like by default, it's go out to everybody regardless of their.
Yeah.
Yeah, but is it big enough?
Like you just go up there and they've got a clipboard there and you can write your name in to rent it out for that time slot.
You've got
Yeah.
you've got to meet some criteria in order to get to this position.
Mm-hmm.
And this position grants you voice to everybody. Everybody, no matter their, have a say in what this person, what they propose.
It has landing spots at each district.
Yeah, yeah. So if there's more discussion to happen, so how do I?
Put
Draw it
it
on.
on there.
I would say put
on
it on
that
the card.
card, and we can put the card
That
wherever
way the
we
card
want.
can move. If it's going to
Yeah.
be floating, put it on the card.
It's floating.
It's floating.
I like too the idea of it having its own locomotion, where it's like the spirit of that thing just kind of like has it move throughout the city. So it's like there's no one pulling levers.
There's
To
no
be like we need to
airships
move it over
attached.
here or
Yeah,
move it over there.
It just
It goes
knows.
where it's going to go.
Yeah,
It
and
goes
if
where it
there's-
wants
if there's
to.
not an issue at hand, it still is moving, and people see it,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
kind of casting.
It can
its shadow.
sense where it's needed.
How do you get
Yeah.
up to it?
Well, it's yeah. I was thinking that too. It's like if it's in the center there, you could have like all of this like infrastructure to it.
But we have flying ships.
But if it's moving, we also have flying ships. I also forgot about that part. That there's flying ships all over the place.
Yeah, but how does the average person get up there? They just go and
That's-
ask an airship captain for
Ask
a
an
ride?
airship captain. Find like a little like
Maybe there's just air taxis.
personal
Yeah.
tag. Yeah, oh, for
Yeah,
sure.
You,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
could definitely go
Okay.
get
So
Bruce
it's like-
Willis's
it's-
taxi and
Yeah.
fly up there.
Because it'd be like Venice, right? You'd be like, but how do people get across the river? It's like there's literally boats fucking everywhere.
And if
they
you
don't
don't
cost
in,
anything.
there's going to be some American to save you. So
That's true. I'll be there for
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the
100%.
thing is the creative solutions on how different social groups get to this place is what's going to
Reflective
make
of
this
their-
make the city live and breathe.
I'm down. Cool.
And is it its own district?
Not its own district.
No. I don't think it's populated full time.
I would say that
Oh.
it's very important to not be a district specifically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I like the idea because in my mind I'm like, oh, it's the grand forum and it's only used very like whenever there's
No.
something. I like the idea
There's-
that it's just constantly
It's
there's something
constantly,
happening.
like, day
why
and
I'm
night.
Yeah.
There's
it
people
doesn't matter
there.
If there's people on it with something to say. It is like continuously.
Mm-hmm.
hovering.
Someone's like, yo,
And
I'm playing
it-
the grand forum this Saturday. I'm like, so?
and it might even find itself
Everybody's there.
over a population for no particular reason, but because it's over that population, people are like, is there something that we're supposed to?
Maybe we
You
need
know
to
what
be
I mean?
discussing
Like,
something.
Like, is there something important?
It provokes that kind of conversation.
Right,
Yeah.
Where
because,
did it,
because it
uh,
only goes over when there's something.
Where did it come
interesting.
from?
The spirit of the
It's
people.
got the
man.
spirit,
don't
but it's
know.
like,
Yeah.
did we like purposely put the spirit in it?
Has it always been here?
Right.
Was it this floating island when we came?
I think it was just a chunk that was part of the plateau that no one knew was like
It might
something
be
that
where
was
the lake
floating.
came from.
Could be very yeah. Oh, I like that.
Broke off.
Like-
Like
Yeah.
that's the basin of that lake.
Okay,
Yeah.
Is
that's
that,
a
like,
better
that's-
idea than I was going to
Yeah.
say, which is that perhaps as a show that the trade union is better than the freelancers, they enticed the spirit that embodied their floating platform to come to their floating platform, thus making that one crash and this one levitate.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Okay, but it's also just the basin of like that's cool too.
Do you want to add a district or add a population to an existing district?
I think
I think we need like a landlocked, is what I've been. Oh, okay.
Oh,
I like
make it
this.
stronger.
I'm gonna do that.
Bold
Nice,
move.
nice.
Bold move, Cotton.
Cool.
The magic zone.
Adding
Bold move,
district
Cotton.
to
Let's see
the
if it pays
Arcanum
off.
district.
Arcanum.
Milo.
Another 6.
Wow.
A 4. And a 4.
You almost rolled that last time. didn't
644.
644.
you? You rolled
644.
642 last time.
Extinction.
Oh.
No.
He did. He's 643 was last time. Because that's new life right above that one. So 644 extinction.
Wow.
An important species or animal or plant is eradicated. What kind of life was it, and what caused this sudden loss? Remove something.
Oh, no.
Don't do it.
Shit.
that's pretty dramatic.
It's got to be some special birds that we accidentally killed with our airships or something.
For sure.
I mean,
Nothing
that is a
super,
serious problem.
like-
No more bats or something.
Yeah, can we get rid of the
Finally got rid of
Is
we
that
got rid
cool?
of all the rats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some
Yeah.
disease carrying.
We get rid of all
Gerbils.
the rats, but then like there's just like fucking I don't know
I-
cockroaches everywhere. now or
Snakes.
something. Yeah.
I do really like the idea of all of the birds like not wanting to live on the plateau
Oh.
and they leave.
Oh.
Oh, there's no more birds on our plateau.
Yeah, they're
Like
just
birds.
We are the birds.
like all the birds.
All birds.
All
the birds.
birds
That's
do
huge.
not
I
exist.
gotta say, I can't abide an airship city that has zero birds.
Yeah, there's got to be like pigeons.
We're the
man.
yeah. Like I really like the idea of like an iconic bird that is
Okay.
gone now, and like the city, like maybe even the city, like has a flag that has that bird or has some like strong
Oh, that's
association
sad.
with
like
it.
when the bald eagle almost went extinct.
Yes,
kinda.
yeah.
Now you can't fucking see, you see those things everywhere, and they're like, get out of here.
Oh, there's no birds because this
I
is
wish
an
you were
all-air
extinct.
cockroach campaign.
But it can't be birds, so it's gonna be like some
Bye, Arthur.
some drakes that used to live up here. Ooh. Yeah.
I'm glad he's gone.
Yeah, these big, they're not too big, but they're like gold and silver drakes that used to live on top of this plateau, and
Oh, this is like their nesting ground.
yeah, this was like where they lived, and
Arthur,
the Sandwind drakes.
blue guy that I
oh,
played.
I like it. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, like people would use them as like personal, like like, is it that they were completely domesticated
I think that's what it was.
and
And
potentially
now there's,
it's
like, little
like they,
tiny
you
ones.
can't even breed them anymore. Oh yeah, like maybe they got like
Yeah.
turned into like pets.
yeah,
Basically.
and they
'Cause
like shrunk them down to like little
Yeah.
purse.
So they're not completely
Drakes.
gone yet.
They're not gone,
just
but
like-
what they were these like
Yeah,
large.
They were
you know,
beautiful, huge.
Now, when you call them drakes,
Majestic.
you're talking about like a dragon.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking just like a big duck. because you call male ducks drakes.
No,
You're like,
they're
these big,
badass.
beautiful golden drakes, and I'm like,
I love that. I love
interesting.
that. And it's like a symbol of the city I like.
And if we have our flag, that's like the Welsh flag, which has a dragon on it.
Hey, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe even if we think about that, it could be part of the name of the city, like Drake's Landing or something. You know, or like
You need to remove something.
I am going to take away.
And it could be a resource, a district, population, a landmark.
could be the thing Caleb just agonized over.
This
He
crashes.
comes back and it's just fucking gone. Are drakes intelligent
Depends.
like dragons?
Yeah. I mean, most of the time, I tend to think of them as more animalistic. Like they're like the animal version of a dragon, and a dragon is more like
Taking
humanoid
away
in thinking.
something, it still existed.
Yeah. So
It still
if it's a
existed,
landmark,
yeah.
Uh,
you just gotta make it broken.
Oh, break the land.
That's like the floating freelancers
Yeah,
thing. It's like
okay.
that still
Same kind of
exists. It's just not used anymore.
Yeah, I'm going to have to. The mushroom brain people. The mushrooms took over their temple.
Oh, okay.
And
They're removing the temple.
yeah,
Okay.
it's completely overtaken by mushrooms.
Oh, it's just overgrown and infested with the mushrooms.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. Do you want to draw it or me?
Go ahead.
Sorry, I just had a cool idea of like how it could happen, so I was like,
Yeah. Getting very Dark Souls looking. Drake's going extinct. A church is being devoured by mushrooms.
Nice.
And then, do you want to add a district or add a population?
Let's put another district over by the. I want to call it a well, but it's like
It's the sewer thing.
the sewer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got there's a lot of different themes we can run with in this city,
Yeah.
which is cool. You know, it's not like
Oops, sorry.
one thing.
that's cool. That's like almost our first landlocked district. We do have, but it's like that one's almost not. That one's, yeah, might be.
So yeah, these guys are like between the bar, between like the main entrance down into the midway.
Maybe because it's by the sewers, it's called the gutter.
Ooh.
The gutter.
Ooh, yeah. The gut.
This is where
And-
most of the
and
folks
especially-
that work the sewer systems, like they
Yeah.
live there.
Well,
And the people that own the or that work at the bars.
Yeah.
And these are like just your regular down to earth folks.
you have like the red light district area where people are just going fucking hard, and then eventually, if they ever get kicked or evicted or whatever, they end up in the gutter.
The gutter. Yeah.
I think it's the other way around. Like if you go too ham in the gutter, you're living in the red light district. You're living.
Oh,
in
so the red light
in
district's
Bur-
even worse.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's bad.
Yeah, because they still got zones of truth in the gutter, but not.
Oh yeah,
No.
yeah.
Other places.
It's close
Yeah.
enough to sewer system. They have to have it.
population.
Oh, population.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, they call that little red light district, they call it like Snitch Alley or something. Snitch Way, because it's where all like the liars and stuff.
Dude,
That's
that's
mean.
that's cutthroat. That's cutthroat.
Having an underground zone of truth. It's like you get the door open. It's like, yeah, what do you want? And it's like you can do the password and you come in and they've got a zone of truth there.
Yeah.
But you don't tell anyone about it.
Yeah. That's one sure way you catch a knife in the fucking kidneys. You talk about the zone of truth.
And more fives.
5, 6, 4. Assuming Milo was done.
5, 6, 4. Dramatic transformation. Poor districts are gentrified or residents are removed to make space for a new harbor. A coordinated or natural development. And what of the old residents? Change the nature of a district.
I'm like, do I have to change the gutter?
Gentrify. Gentrify.
I mean, there's a couple districts that are ripe.
Yeah. Making a new harbor sounds like something the merchants would want to do. Or perhaps even the freelancers making their own kind of free port.
Trying
Yeah.
to carve it out.
Oh, man.
Maybe
And I love
they're
the
making
idea.
something at the top of the mountain.
I mean, it could be just like the main trade route has been gentrified, right? And a new trade route comes in. like where the trade route comes in the Orange District over there. I forget what that one's called.
Yeah, like changing the Orange District to. I mean, it's already like a harbor
I guess that's
for
true.
airships.
Yeah.
So it's like it's changing a district here into something else.
I kind of like the idea of
6,
gentrifying that entry,
Change the nature.
and it's because of a trade route like that the freelancers like managed or something to snag. You know?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Because that would be contentious.
Right. So now you have the primary trade route still that's for the trade guild, the trade union. But maybe because the freelancers were able to backdoor. I mean, but is that good for the freelancers to do?
I feel like this particular community would allow it anyway. Like,
Well, but the idea, right, is that everybody's working together. But the freelancers
right, but
help, but they're not a part of the trade union.
But-
right?
but I
there's-
feel like this community would allow for kind of that kind of off wall.
Well, the idea that we kind of hammered on last time was like, yeah, they would allow it, but part of that is that like you're in the trade union, so
Yeah.
they know that you're on the right team, right? It's like,
Yeah, like there's rights that the union have, and that's most of the folks that live on the plateau. The freelancers are folks that mainly are part of the airship route. Like they are the ones
Right.
in charge. Like they're like their own. They're like sole proprietors of their own airships.
But I feel like
They're
they would
more
abide
mercenary
by
merchants.
the
And then the merchants are
same-
like the big moneyed groups that are
Right.
trying to influence.
I feel like they would still abide by
truckers.
the living.
right. So then creating their
requirements.
own backdoor trade route
Right,
is
right.
kind of not in
Like
their
hey, we
interest.
still
Yeah.
apply all the same beliefs and practices, but we're just not in your union.
Something I was
Like,
kind of thinking is we've been digging all over this place and down deep in the sewers.
Yeah.
And like it would make sense. It would be potential to run into something in the Underdark, and all of a sudden this new trade route pops up
Very true.
from the Underdark.
Well, then maybe that's what we do. And was Midway ever bad? Like living underground, living in those deep things that Alex built by the sewers, was that ever ideal? It was dry, it was safe, it was safe from the weather, but was it? So if we gentrified it,
We started building up too.
you just
Midway's
say
getting bigger.
trenchified it.
trentrified it. Because
I
my other
like
thought
that.
is like, I really don't want to gentrify the red light district. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to gentrify the gutters necessarily because we just invented that and that was cool. But my other idea was like maybe Barcliffs, and they could gentrify it, and now it's not called Barcliffs, it's called New Harbor or something like that, and it becomes another port where we can put some more airship things here, and there's a trade route from over the mountains.
Yeah.
We're not adding a new trade route
Oh, I thought we
because that's its own resource.
No, a
we're
new
adding. We're in essence, all it wants you to do is change a district, change the nature of a
A new
district.
trade route because that's what we were talking about.
That's what we're talking. That's like, yeah, that's the story. Like if,
Well, just an increase in population, increase of wealth.
How much do I increase the population by?
it's simply change the nature of the district. Is all you're mechanically doing here.
Okay. I like the idea that. Oh, I'm not adding population though.
You're not adding population.
Oh.
Residents are removed to make space for a new harbor. So it's the population is still going to be there. It's just instead of like the homes, the people living there, it's not going to be like workers and businesses
Okay.
and this new harbor. So it's like we're turning something where people are living
could be a harbor
into a business district.
So it just has to transform in some way.
Yeah.
So it could be.
And adding a little landmark to show that, I think, is what we'll do.
I do kind of like that idea though that Barcliffs had this really cool.
Where's Barcliffs?
Barcliffs is the
Sorry.
brown one.
Okay.
So Barcliffs, we're talking about this like where there's lots of bars
It's
and
not
restaurants.
the brown
and
one.
things
It's
like
the
this.
it's the other one further away. That's the tavern. That's Tavern Row, and then that's Barcliffs.
That's
Barcliffs. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry about that. So Tavern Row, I'm thinking is this nice area where there's lots of stuff, and that doesn't necessarily have to change. Now it can serve this new harbor, and it's not called Tavern Row anymore. It's called New Harbor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
So
And then if you
that-
want to
that
put
chunk there.
a landmark of like a new harbor, new airship harbor there.
Draw it. Draw.
yeah,
it.
I'm gonna like just kind of like how Dash did. It's like you have. I'm gonna do it like right here because that way people who are coming from this thing can.
See, that does I do really like that. Like it is. It's like you're keeping like the bar theme. It's just You're moving all of the homes out. You're moving all the families that were living there out. And it's now like
Now
this
they all live in the
dense. Yeah, they all get pushed to the gutter for sure.
It's like
For sure.
cafe culture is popular. We're gonna like try to maximize that in this area
Yeah.
for these people.
No, I like that. That's cool.
And I just it's like, and it becomes a little seedier because it's a dock
Yeah.
and it's close to Barcliffs, which is the red light district.
And like all the community you had there, all that kind of like, generational cultural influence you had is now just pushed out, and it's now just the influence of this new harbor and the interests of this new kind of dock for the airships.
Yeah.
Cool.
Pushed
District.
it in Midway and Gutter, or population.
I had my eyes on this weird shape right here, another landlocked one, and I'm gonna make it look wonky.
Cool.
Should I go bigger? No, I wanted it to be landlocked, right? I like that idea. That's what you said. I also, oh no, my long strip is gone. Okay, I'm gonna stick to it this. So I'm going over here by where the bankers were, or the merchants rather.
You got the merchants' quarters and the
Whoa.
band.
Whoa, dude!
And that's a district.
What kind of folks and businesses are living there? What kind of name are we gonna put on that guy? Kind of looks like a Houndstooth. Houndstooth district would be cool.
Yeah, some sort of claw or tooth like that, straight up.
Could be the Claw or Tooth district, and everyone argues about which one it is.
That is the
Yeah, it's either the houndstooth or the hound's claw. Or no, the houndstooth or the cat's claw.
Houndstooth,
yeah,
cat,
yeah, because hounds.
And,
Those are the strong things in each of the
doesn't
creatures.
Right. And yeah, I don't know exactly what's there. I kind of like the idea because we did have like the monster hunting thing over here. No, I don't want to tie it into that. I don't know. I don't know what it
it's
is
next.
yet.
Yeah, it's next to the merchants. It's next to the
We
old
can figure it
area.
out as we go.
And it's
Like,
still close to the port and all that stuff too, so maybe that's useful, but we'll get there. I just kind of like, and I like the idea though that perhaps the landlocked thing isn't ideal. Maybe they get a lot of shit for being one of the only landlocked ones like the gutter.
Thanks for dropping by, friend. In the meantime, you can also leave our bartenders and troopers a tip over at patreon.com/in@the-end. We hope to see you here next week. Until then, grab your sword and keep on adventuring.